Diolch Llywydd, a wnaeth ysgrifennydd y Cabinet ddatganiad am wasanaethau tren yn dilyn ymddiheiriad gyhoeddus Trafnidiaeth Cymru am ddiffygion yn y gwasanaethau.
Yes, Storm Callum, autumn conditions and the dreadful quality of the rolling stock we inherited from Arriva Trains Wales have impacted the operation of rail services. Transport for Wales is implementing a recovery plan and passengers will see consequential service improvements each day over the next few weeks.
Maybe in your subsequent answer you might want to join with Transport for Wales in apologising for the inconvenience that has been caused to travellers over the past few weeks. I personally thought the First Minister was hugely defensive yesterday when criticism was put to him of the situation on Wales's railways, and many thousands of passengers have suffered failing to get to work or failing to get from work. My own daughter was standing on a platform at Aberystwyth on Sunday afternoon waiting for the train, which was on time according to the sign. It just didn't turn up. Now, anybody who knows Aberystwyth station you've got pretty good warning that train's not coming. But the train didn't arrive, and this isn't acceptable. And as I say, I thought the First Minister was very, very defensive in saying we didn't promise to transform rail in a month. Well, we weren't criticising government for not transforming rail within a month. The point that was being made was that things had gone backwards at quite a rate over a matter of weeks. And it's not too much, I don't think, to expect a Welsh Government to be a little bit contrite and to say, yeah, sorry, things aren't really going as we can. Now, I've learnt a bit over the past few days in terms of reasons that have been given for so many trains being taken out of service. I had to read twice. I thought it was a problem with flat tyres. I know enough about trains that it wasn't that, but flat wheels is a problem. It comes from trains sliding on leaves and so on. So yes, we recognise that there are problems. And we recognise also, I guess, that there would be teething problems. I support, in principle, having Transport for Wales. So this isn't somehow wishing government to fail, because we want a better rail service. But can you, this afternoon, perhaps accompanied with that apology from Welsh Government to Welsh passengers, tell us what kind of timescale we should be working to now until people can expect that the train service will get back to normal. But considering people wanted a better service, we're looking forward to seeing the end of the last franchise, so we could start a new chapter. Give us the assurances that we need today.
Yeah, can I thank the member for his question? First of all, he makes the assertion that services have gone backward. In fact, despite the recent difficulties, this first 4-week period of the operation of the new franchise, the new contract, has seen higher levels of performance than the equivalent period last year, including punctuality. Now, some Conservatives are here laughing. The fact of the matter is that the previous contract was not fit for purpose. The member is right to identify flattened wheels. Now, what we have discovered, because you asked for the reasons, and I think it is absolutely right that passengers understand the reasons for problems with rail services. Transport for Wales have discovered that, unfortunately, an ageing fleet of trains that they have inherited, an appalling fleet of trains, did not see investment made, which therefore led to a lack of modern technology being adopted on the rolling stock. And this includes, importantly, wheel slide protection. Wheel slide protection is what prevents services from being cancelled or postponed in autumn periods. And the trains were not given the wheel slide protection. Why? Because market forces, the form of capitalism we operate, led to the operator deciding that it would rather have profits than put wheel slide protection on the trains. That will stop. That will stop. By next autumn, every train that Transport for Wales operates will get wheel slide protection. Now, in addition, I've asked for a full appraisal of other reasons why we have seen the disruption on the Wales and Borders network in recent days. I'll be assessing whether it was just down to the wheels or whether there is another contributing factor, such as more leaves on the line than we have found, or whether it was because the trains were poorly maintained in the lead up to the transfer of the franchise to Transport for Wales. We know that the inheritance of the fleet of trains did not suit passengers as it should have done. The trains themselves are appalling, and these will be replaced in just a matter of months. The first of the replacement trains will be coming on track. The Viva Rail trains, the Geralds and the 769s will all be delivered next year. Every pacer will be removed next year. And as I said, by autumn of next year, every single train will have wheel slide protection fitted. I have to say as well, Deputy Presiding Officer, that I've had reports of dead rats in inspection pits at the point when the franchise was handed over. This is what Transport for Wales have been dealing with. And Transport for Wales, to their credit, have managed to transfer of the rail services, I think, of course, during an incredibly difficult time with unprecedented floods, the worst floods in some parts for 30 years.